Very exciting. How you doing? Today we're going to conquer a problem I've had in the garden for several years. Me and my battle with the weeds, and my goal to have low maintenance, if not completely no maintenance, gardening, so I can have more time with you know who. So a bunch of my raised beds, some of them are dormant because I didn't plant a bunch of stuff this year. And I cover everything with this woven geotextile fabric, right? And all my raised beds, because I've got probably 15 videos on how to build a raised bed. In the pinned comment, link in the pinned comment. Plus also a link to my newsletter. I have a newsletter if you'd like. Pictures of the labs, more Eric if you like that kind of thing. It's free to subscribe. But the issue is I've got 4-foot geotextile fabric, a 4-foot wide bed. So the fabric ends at the edge here, and what I get is giant grasses and weeds that the geotextile fabric isn't snuffing out, because the fabric only goes, you know, maybe to the edge of the bed, right? So all this stuff grows along here. So I have an idea. Hello. So what I've got here is I just put a whole bunch of compost on this raised bed. It's a 4-foot wide raised bed. Let me show you what my idea is. 5-foot wide geotextile fabric, weed fabric. So this is a 4-foot wide bed, right? If I take this and spread it over the bed, there's some overlap here and here. And you're saying, but Eric, that'll flap in the wind. Yes, it will. Could we, you know, I used to just put bricks right here and that wouldn't do anything. Can we attach this? Let's try this and see what happens. This is my neighbor's compost. Thank you, neighbor. I'm gonna bring him a box of cookies as a thank you. That works pretty good. People like cookies. Well, at least I do, so. What's pretty handy is there's these different colored thread, and that is right on the edge here of the raised bed. And so I can line it up on both sides here, so that overlap is the same. If you just hold the scissors slightly open, you can find this sweet spot and just push it through instead of having to cut. So this fabric is very, frays very easily because it's woven plastic. Now for the fun part. You can't see it, but there's a flame right there. So I'm singeing the edge of the plastic to seal it, to keep it from fraying. Ow! Yeah, be careful with this. Nice, huh? I tacked in that corner over there. Now I want to pull this and here tight. See how that's kind of going tight like that? And then I'm going to use some drywall screws and I call these fender washers. So I'll pull this tight. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. So this, I mean, my thought here is that the wind won't lift this up if I secure it well enough. Famous last words. And then the weeds won't grow in the edge here anymore because there's this overlap here. What do you think? So that's the center post of the bed. So I'm looking at this thinking, what about the center, right? I've seen, well, with this new world of ours, all sorts of climate, wind stuff. And so this, will that rip? Enter the pizza oven bricks. Yeah, I have some really, well, I think they're really good videos about making pizza ovens. This is part of my brick collection. So I'm thinking just a couple of these in the center. Like that. Well, I'll get another one for there. Hello? Who are you? Huh? I was out here working, and where were you? Fly. There's some big horse flies out here and deer flies. Rattlesnake pole beans from Fedco Seeds. So I soaked these in some water because some of these are like 4-year-old seeds, and I thought, well, let's just throw them all in and see what happens. So these in here. My favorite part. Okay, let's not set my finger on fire this time. Cool, huh? So you can plant, and the plastic is singed so it won't fray. I want to thank my good friend and neighbor who knows who he is, who taught me all about this. Yeah, he's a good friend. I appreciate that. Being friends and sharing knowledge. One day we will do pumpkins again, sir. So here's something I've learned about when we're planting in plastic like this, is to get a little bucket, and I'll just show you. So I want to dig down here and dig a hole. I'm going to put the soil in here, because if you dump it on here, it can become a muddy mess, and that will come into play in the phase, the second, third, the end phase of our project. Some of these are already sprouting. Pretty cool. You could scoot all that dirt in there. Just scoot residual dirt in there. If I could keep the camera centered. It takes 3 times as long if you want to make a video while you're actually doing something. But it makes me smile when you guys say hello. So this hole is kind of small. I'm putting a lot in there because I just doubt these seeds are old, so the germination rate, I mean, who knows, right? The cool thing about the rattlesnake pole beans is they are heirlooms, so you can save them and replant them next year, which I've done, and it works great. These are, I don't know, I like these string beans, suffice to say. So I put in some kale plants that were, I felt sorry for them at the garden center. So I got some string beans along the side there, and then more of them in this pattern. I was kind of thinking I could make some kind of a new design for the trellis here, and then I'm like, that's gonna be a mess. But anyway, but I put the other seeds along the edge there because it's much easier to build a trellis along the edge of a bed. Learn from me. But this, I mean, it's kind of this plastic thing in the middle of the garden, the yard, and I'm trying to think, I have an idea of how to make it look a little nicer, so here we go.
What is that? An apple? She loves apples.
So this is a pile of wood chips I got from my neighbor, and I'm thinking that might be a nice decorative mulch, right? So I'm thinking I will cover that mesh, and then in the fall, you could literally kind of, you know, everybody see that back in the day on TV, where they'd pull the tablecloth off and the plates would stay on the table. Maybe that's a meme now. But we could yank the plastic out, and this decorative mulch, which is healthy, good mulch, will become part of the soil. That'll be a follow-up video, won't it? That's a reason to like and subscribe. How's that for a segue? I don't know anymore. I don't know what works on YouTube. I just know that I want to like to make videos, and if you want to watch them, that's great. The parking brake on my quad is broken, so I just jam it into a piece of wood or something to keep it from... Oh, there's a video where this thing takes off down the hill. Life is so simple if you just like sticks. Oh. Here comes the camera operator. Hello? So I just thought this could cover up the plastic and it wouldn't look so bad. What do you think?
I think it looks better.
Yeah. I just have to make sure not to cover up the holes where the seeds are.
Correct. Smells like plastic. What do you call that? Off-gassing?
Off-gassing, yeah. I think I'm gonna manually kind of move this around, and it's gonna fall off, so I don't know.
Why is it gonna fall off?
It's gonna just slide off like that.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted.
So I think what I should have done before I put the plastic on was to rake this all out level, because it's kind of lumpy. And so on the edges here, it has a tendency to fall off.
You should have landscaped.
I should have landscaped. I'm looking forward to not having to weed, because like that bed over there,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a lot of weeding. Come here. So what do you think? Would you do the textile fabric thing and cover it, or do you just like to weed, or what's your solution for me so I don't have to weed? Ow! That was kind of like a nose bite rather than a kiss. All right, see you later. Maybe here's a video you want to watch. I don't know anymore. All I know is that I'm kind of happy with my project, and let me know what you think. What do you think, boss?
I think less weeding is better.
Okay, that's a win. Andy, give me a kiss. Andy, come.
Give him a kiss.
Big kiss. All right, see ya. Makes you smile. Cheaper than therapy. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe borderline.